Yeah, just because when it happened against I think a playoff caliber team, and obviously this year there's moments we've struggled, and so to put ourselves in position now, okay, to have a chance to win 2 games and be a playoff team, and you got to go win 2 games. I mean, you got to do that, but this kept us in the hunt, and the way the kids did it, because we made some mistakes and we overcame some things, because there's a lot about that game you could say, well, we should have extended more. We should have, that's a good team we just beat now. That's as explosive as offense as you'll see in this country in FCS football. And we went out there and we did what needed to be done. We were able to run the football today, and we've struggled with that. We need to be able to run the ball and keep it balanced. I thought Carter made some very timely plays, and he's playing with more confidence and more aggressive and competing, and he's getting better, and we broke some tackles. So we made timely plays defensively. I know we gave up some yards and some points, but we made some huge timely plays. So we did enough. We did enough to finish and get it done, and so you got to win a game like that on the road in this conference against a good team to keep yourself in the hunt, and that's where we are. We're in the hunt, and you look at the scores. I'm just looking at the scores around the league. I mean, VMI nearly beat Chattanooga. East Tennessee played Furman really tough. If you just keep playing, you give yourself a chance. So I'm proud of these kids. They got a good look about them in there, and they know what's in front of them, and so we got to get better one day at a time.
Obviously, the story of the past 4 games coming in, your defense has been limiting opponents to like 240, 30 yards of offense a game. You give a 474 today, but the big thing is you got 6 turnovers. I mean, when you've been able to create the turnovers, you've been able to complementary
football. They're good on offense now. There's no question. And like I said, we gave it some yards, and there's going to be a lot of things that we can correct. But what I'm so excited about is the fact that in critical moments we got it done against a really good team. And so that is so valuable for your experiences moving forward, that you can do that, okay? And we're going to have to do that, so we can build on that, we can learn from that, and grow from that. And I'm proud of these kids. That's a big win.
Playmakers today, Ty James, 7 catches. He went over 130 yards. You got Lance Wise with another interception return for a touchdown. But you got some plays today from unusual suspects. Wasson with a big fumble return for a touchdown. Talk about these guys stepping up for you in crunch time.
Well, Wasson is a great kickoff cover guy. Yeah. He's the first one down there. He's physical, and when you hustle, play hard, ball pops to you a little bit. You create your own luck. So those are huge. I mean, points from anywhere are huge, and but we left some points out there too. We got to make our field goals. We can't fumble down inside the 5. Those are things that we got to continue to improve. So. But to see us be able to run the football today was big, because they're not bad now on defense. And, to have some big explosion plays, and certainly Ty's critical and Dev's critical. We were able to get them the ball, as well. But I thought our running backs played better and broke some tackles. I thought, Braden Smith came out, the true freshman, and competed his tail off. He showed his speed, and we got to continue to have him be a part of the offense, him and Parker Roble. Because that takes some pressure off some of the other guys making plays, So just got to get better, man. I'm excited about this team.
Ron Harvard seems to always step up when you need a big play, and obviously that 45-yard kickoff return at the end, that was just the jolt that you guys needed to sort of wrap things up. Talk about that play, and it came in.
Hidden yardage, man. That won't show up so much on the stat sheet, but that's hidden yardage, to where I could be really aggressive as a play caller right there. Because I think, if I remember right, I can't remember this, it's all running together on me, but we took a shot down the field to Dev. We came, and I think it may have even been the second play of the series that we hit the stretch play and popped them. So kids made plays. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. That could have gone either way, and it went our way.
Now you put yourself, as you told the kids in there, you're in the same situation you were last year. You're in the same position. 2 games to go, 2 wins, and you guys probably get in the playoffs. What's different about this year's team that maybe than last year's team that you're seeing?
I don't know. They've been through it, a lot of them. You know, we're having to play ourselves through the season and improve. That's a big deal, to improve as the season goes on. I think this team's doing that, especially, you know, offensively, finding ourselves a little bit here and there. Got to be more consistent. You know, so I think we're starting to play our best football at the right time. November, okay? That's where we're at, right? We're about to be in November, and that's when you got to be playing well. And obviously the Citadel strikes are next week. Well, we're going to be favored in that game. We've got to go play good and continue to grow as a team. So I'm excited about the opportunity. I mean, these kids, I believe in these kids.
Last one, I'll let you go. In the short time I've been with you, that's one of the more excited I've ever seen you in the locker room. Is this one of the more prouder moments of your career at Mercer? Yeah,
I mean, we want to keep building that, right? But this was a big deal today. So yeah, I'm wore out. I'm about ready to go lay on that bus.
No film on the bus?
Huh?
No watching film?
I'm going to watch the film on the way back. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. It makes my Sundays a little bit easier to go ahead and look at that. But this will be a fun film to watch because there's going to be so much we can correct, but you're going to be able to see kids straining and making plays.
Talk about today's game and how it went and how you've got the excitement you guys felt on the sideline today.
Yeah, today obviously was a huge win. We wanted to come in here and get the win because we know we're still in for the hunt for the playoffs. And we know that each week is just a grind. And if we come out and play our best ball, then we let the ball take care of itself.
And talk about practice this week. Obviously, you guys came in with a lot of confidence today. How did practice go this week? Do you guys feel comfortable preparing for a team that has an offense like this?
Practice, we had a lot of juice this week. We knew that as the defense goes, as long as we're confident, we're going to play our best ball, and we can hang with anybody.
Talk about your play, big play today. Obviously, things that you dream about as a football player. Talk about, take me through the play, what you saw, and the end result once you got finished with it.
Yeah, well, they decided to take the return to the field instead of the boundary, and I was just tracking the guy, and luckily the dude next to me, Drew Cronic, he punched the ball out, and it just popped into my hands. And I just took off running, didn't look back.
Look behind you at all.
Didn't look back.
Talk about preparing for Citadel now. Coach in the locker room said that you guys got to come in with a little pep in your step on Tuesday. Do you guys think you have any problem doing that next week?
I don't think so. I think this win is going to propel us through the rest of the season to play how we're supposed to.
It was a great quality win. Great win against a quality opponent. We did some good things offensively, defensively, generating turnovers, things of that nature. That's always good to come away with a win like this.
Talk about practice this week. Obviously, you guys came in with a lot of swagger today, knowing that you weren't going to back down from this country's top offensive team. You guys played with a lot of confidence today.
Yeah, I mean, that's really been the motto these last couple of weeks, coming in with more energy, more juice, just taking a grasp of the opportunity that we have at our hands, being grateful for everything we have. But like I said, just having more juice, more enthusiasm, and being grateful for our opportunity. That's been the motto these last couple of weeks at practice. So that's what we go in and week out.
Went to the honeypot a lot today, 6 turnovers. I mean, how good does that feel as a defensive unit to get the offense back on the field?
I mean, that's great. You see what our offense can do. We were clicking a lot this game, and anytime we need to get the ball in their hands as many times as possible. And so it's always great when we generate turnovers. The games where we generate the most turnovers, that's when we have the most success and come away with wins like this. So it's very good to generate turnovers.
Now you guys had some adversity there at the end. I mean, they had, an offense like that is capable of coming back, but you were able to get some big pickoffs. Talk about Richie's pickoff and obviously Lance's pick 6 earlier in the game. Those are huge turning points.
Mm-hmm. It's really account to next play mentality. They might get a big play, a big game, but Rich came back. They had just got a big gain on him. He came back and get the pick. I mean, it's just next play mentality. Don't dwell on the past. Just keep working and take it a play at a time. And that's what he did. And even though we went through some valleys, we were able to manage the valleys and come out and step up to the challenge. So I commend our defense for that.
I would say, as Coach said in the locker, you guys are in the same place you were last year. 2 games left, chance to make the playoffs. What's different about this year's team?
I mean, it puts a lot of things in perspective. You can actually see everything is at your grasp, and it can kind of get easy to be blinded about the future and looking ahead. So he just also made us aware that we just need to take one game at a time. Don't worry about who may be after Citadel, because Citadel's next week. So don't worry about who may be after that. Just take one game at a time and capitalize on our opportunities.
Ty, just talk about today's game. Obviously a huge one for this program. You've been with this program for 3 years, and you guys put yourself back in a position again to make a run at a playoff run.
Yes, sir. I mean, you know, this is what we knew we could do. We were clicking on all 3 phases. You know, offense was moving the ball. Defense had some huge stops in the second half. And then special teams, of course, we saw how that went. So when you get all 3 phases clicking like that, you know, you're usually going to come out with the win.
Hey, offensively, you guys went toe-to-toe with the best offensive team in the country. How does that make you feel, knowing that you guys seem to be getting better and better every week offensively?
It's real good. You know, every time I get asked a question about our offense, I always say we can be better, we're getting better, and, you know, we will be better. And I feel like you can see it on the field now. And then it's instilling that confidence in our guys, so we're just going to keep taking it up another step.
Couple things I want to talk about. Talk about that first quarter. Those kickoff, the fumbles on the kickoff returns. Those are huge. What kind of energy does that give? Does it bring on the sideline?
You know, that's big. One of the main things we worked on was managing their crowd this week. You know, they had the band right behind us. Their homecoming game, so we knew the stands were going to be packed. So when you come out and make a big play like that, you know, it kind of helps silence the crowd a little bit. So it made it easier for us to keep moving the rock.
And I asked Ken Standley. That fourth quarter, you know that offense is capable of coming back and maybe tying it. You get nervous on the sideline a little bit, and what kinds of things do you do to pump up your teammates?
Yeah, well, I can tell you the offense, we didn't get nervous. You know, we go against these guys every day in practice, so we know they're the best defense in the conference, and we knew they were going to make some stops. So we were just there to bring the energy, bring the noise, keep those guys motivated, and just sit back and enjoy while they're on the field.
Let's talk about practice on Tuesday. Coach said you guys got to bring a pep to your step on Tuesday. How difficult do you think that's going to be for this team?
Oh, not at all. Coming off a win like this, you know, I know guys are excited to get back to practice. You know, we see what we can do. So I know, at least I know in the locker room right now, everybody's pretty happy. So we're ready for Tuesday. We're ready to get to practice.